On this edition of City Focus, KLVB is looking for volunteers for the Rivers Alive cleanup. We let you know how you can sign up. The Stormwater Division has a September Stormwater Tip. See highlights of the United States Air Force 70th birthday event. And we meet 3 women from the Valdosta Police Department that prove they can protect and serve their community at the highest level, no matter their gender. These stories and more on this edition of City Focus. Welcome to City Focus. I'm Marcus McConico, the Media Coordinator for the City of Valdosta. This is the 18th episode of City Focus in 2017. City Focus is your source for what's happening within your government. These are the most important topics that are happening in the city. On September 16th, the Valdosta and Lowndes County community celebrated the United States Air Force's 70th birthday with a 5K run and entertainment for all ages. One active duty participant is home for R&R and decided to run in the 5K.
Actually, I heard about it from my wife. I was stationed here at Moody. Currently, I'm stationed in Osan, Korea, and I'm home on 30 days for rest and relaxation. And my wife, we live like in the neighborhood right down the road, and I heard about it through her. I just got home.
He and his wife enjoy running and saw the event as another opportunity to run together.
Well, we both like to run. We both like, to stay healthy, and we always like running 5Ks together.
Victor is from Texas and his wife is from Chicago. Both really appreciate the Valdosta community and plan to make it their home after his military career is over.
Valdosta has always been a great community for the Air Force, and they've done a lot of good things on the base, and the base has done a lot of good things with the community, and I've always felt that this is a great place, and when I retire from the Air Force, we're actually going to live here. A lot of the military communities have always been really, really tight-knit, but there's something about Valdosta that when we got here, we decided that regardless of wherever else I went, we were going to end up living here. We've been stationed in Oklahoma, we've been stationed in Montana, in Missouri, and here, and of all the places, this is the place we like the best.
Metro 17 thanks everyone that helped celebrate Moody Air Force Base and the United States Air Force. The City of Valdosta Public Works Department has all hands on deck to pick up the enormous amounts of debris that was left behind by Tropical Storm Irma. The city is requesting the patience of citizens as it employs all resources for getting the community cleaned up as quickly as possible. More than 100 calls for fallen trees and large limbs were received by the city during the recent storm. Public Works Director Richard Hardy said the overall cleanup could take several weeks to accomplish. Hardy said the Public Works Department is in much better position than during Tropical Storm Hermine because the department has since added one more claw truck and has 2 vehicles equipped with lights for night work. It also has more trained heavy equipment operators. The department is also performing work at night from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. in addition to its extended hours of 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Hardy provides the following reminders for yard debris and pickup. Place trash on the city curb or right-of-way, not in the street or gutter. Yard debris pickup operates on a route system. The workers will complete one day's route before moving to the next day's route, treating all customers in a fair and consistent manner. Residents should not assume that if they see a crew picking up a small pile, that their large pile of debris has been overlooked. Repeated service calls from citizens do not help and only burden limited resources. Do not mix with garbage, litter, or any other storm-related trash with yard debris. Keep piles of junk separate from storm debris and do not place yard debris in plastic bags. Fallen trees and limbs left behind by the storm must be cut to a maximum length of 4 feet. City ordinance requires citizens who hire a private contractor for yard service must also require that private contractor to haul off the debris to the landfill. The City of Valdosta appreciates its residents for their patience and understanding as city employees tackle the aftermath of this major storm event. For more information, contact the Public Works Department at 229-259-3590. On Saturday, October 14th, Keep Lowndes Valdosta Beautiful is hosting its annual Rivers Alive cleanup. The organization will clean waterways throughout Valdosta and Lowndes County in this statewide event.
It's our annual Rivers Alive cleanup. This is a statewide cleanup. There's actually a state Rivers Alive office through the Department of Community Affairs, and we are the local host of that. And it's an annual waterway cleanup that we do. It's called Rivers Alive, and we target several different waterways throughout the city of Valdosta and Lowndes County. And we're looking for volunteers to help us out with that effort.
KLVB is again looking for volunteers for the event. The organization has benefited from the help of thousands of volunteers over the years.
We've had as few as 120, 150 volunteers, and we've had as many as 400. And it all depends on the amount of work that we have to get done. If we have enough volunteers show up to get the work done, I consider the event to be a success. I don't necessarily look for we have to have at least 100 or we have to have at least 200 volunteers. I don't believe in that. I just believe on having enough to get the work that we have done. And like I said, that's yet to be determined. We've had as many as 10 locations. We've had as few as 1 location. So it just depends on what the need is at the time. And throughout all of our events over these 17 years, we've collected nearly 2.5 million pounds of trash, litter, debris, electronics, recyclables, stuff like that. All that has been made possible through the help of approximately 12,000 different volunteers that we've had come out and help us out throughout all these years through all of our events.
After signing up, volunteers will be contacted and assigned to a site.
And once volunteers get signed up, we'll send them directions on where we need them to report to. That way we can kind of control how many volunteers we have going to each site, and we can place them where they're needed. There's nothing worse than having a cleanup site that only needs 10 people and you have 200 show up to it, and the one you needed 200 at, 10 show up at. So in order to alleviate that, what we do is we ask people to either call our office at 229-671-3698 or email me at astrickland@valdostacity.com.
For more information, contact KLVB at 229-671-3698. After working nonstop in Valdosta during Hurricane Irma, members of the Valdosta Fire Department and the GCR Team headed to Charlton County to aid in any search and rescue effort.
We had a wind event here that came through. Of course, we had power lines down, we had trees, things like that we dealt with. It was a great impact to the city of Valdosta, but the team here, Valdosta and Lowndes County, they were really effective. We had efficient efforts throughout the city, and so now we're doing some recovery and cleanup things, whereas our East Coast neighbors, they're still dealing with a lot more of the aftermath.
The GCR Team is regional and has members from departments from all over South Georgia, and the state needed their help in the southeastern part of the state.
We got orders from the State Operations Center through GEMA, a request for Task Force 2, Georgia Search and Rescue Task Force 2, to go assist in Camden County with rescue efforts. They do have some flooding. They just need some teams on the ground over in Camden to check houses, make sure everybody's okay, and see if anybody needs any assistance. First is search, and then of course extraction of any civilians over there that can't get out of their homes. In areas they may have flooding, we have boats to assist with that, and then some patients that just have trouble getting out on their own, and we're there to assist.
Members of the team consider it a privilege to serve their area and others when called upon.
But I'm proud to be part of a community that we all work together. We come together at times like this, make sure that we take care of each other, and the city of Valdosta and Lowndes County is left in good shape, and now we're able to also assist our neighbors.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Fire Department at 229-333-1836.
Hi, I'm Mark with the American Red Cross. I'm down here in Immokalee, Florida, one of the areas hit hardest by Hurricane Irma. And the families and individuals staying at this Red Cross shelter, some of them have lost everything. The Red Cross is here with them today, tomorrow, and the days and weeks to come. The community will rebuild, and we'll be with them every step of the way.
Last month, Metro 17 did a piece on women in the Public Works Department. This month, we talked to the women of the Valdosta Police Department. VPD is above the national average for a percentage of women in the department and has increased the number of females in the department by 10% each of the last 2 years. Chief Childress says the VPD is looking for the best officers, no matter their gender.
Well, this department in the last 2 years, in 2014 and 2015, each year has seen a 10% increase in females that we've hired on board. And that's also reflected in our most recent 2017 CALEA assessment report. Women are a vital part of our workforce. If you look at Valdosta's demographics, over 50% of our population are women. Now, this is a tough field to recruit for not only women but minorities. But we've done a pretty good job of doing that, and I think part of that is that the existing workforce of females, and they go out and they recruit for us, and of course our recruitment team also focuses on that.
Law enforcement is a great job. Sometimes things are seen in the community that have a bad shadow on law enforcement. But to be able to get out here and help people when they need you the most, to get out here when somebody's been the victim of a crime or a family member's been hurt or killed, being able to be out here and support these families and try to give them the answers they need, no words can describe what kind of feelings it gives you to be out here on a day-to-day basis.
Commander Manahan wanted to become an officer at a young age. The other two that we sat down with both had mothers that worked in law enforcement that were positive influences on them.
I always thought about it, and one day just out of the blue I saw an ad in the paper for it, and I just decided it was time to try. So I applied, and here I am 20 years later.
A lot of my family was in different areas of law enforcement, such as corrections. I do have a police officer in my family. My mom, my aunts, several females.
I was about 10. My mom was a police officer when I was a kid, and she just kind of inspired me, and that's where it started for me. And then as I became an adult, it's just something that just always stuck with me.
The department has several female supervisors, so there is room for advancement for all officers.
This department is a great department to work for. There's a lot of chances for advancement. We have a lot of female supervisors that have gone through the ranks.
The chief does not look at, male, female, race, anything else. He's just, if you're qualified and you can do the job and you have a good head on your shoulders, then.
It feels good knowing that you're not going to be looked over or overlooked just because you are a female.
For more information on how you can become part of the VPD family, contact them at 229-242-2606.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Scott. And I'm Drew Scott. We've seen how recent hurricanes have devastated whole communities, flooding and destroying homes. Join Habitat for Humanity as we work with families to repair and rebuild. You can help someone desperately in need of a place to call home. We will rebuild, but only with your help. Visit Habitat.org to support Habitat's work.
Children are our greatest resource. That's why we're reminding child care programs and families to always look again. 10 minutes is all it takes for the inside of a vehicle to reach deadly temperatures. So every time you get out of the car, check the front and back and then look again. Make sure the car is locked, even in your driveway or garage. And if you ever see a child left alone in a car, call 911 immediately. We can save lives if we all look again!
The Valdosta Police Department begins its new class of the Citizens Police Academy. Learning about the department is important to the members of the new class.
For the knowledge and the safety of people getting together to communicate and be aware of what goes on in our area. I took it before and I really enjoyed the class, and my best friend is joining it with me this time.
Montgomery is taking the course for the second time and believes having better communication with the VPD will help everyone.
And if communities would come together as one, and when they see something, if they would report it and not to hide, I think the communities would be a lot better and safer.
And what was her favorite part of the class the first time around?
All of it. Probably the ride along, the prison, I mean, it's a really good educational class, and I think everybody should take it. They should do it. I think everybody should do it, especially teenagers. There's a lot of knowledge here and a lot of information they can be aware of and get in contact, and I think it's really good.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Police Department. Citizens who seek a rewarding public service role in the community are encouraged to apply for 11 positions currently vacant on the city's boards, commissions, authorities, or advisory committees. Greater Lown Planning Commission, 1 appointment. Central Valdosta Development Authority, Downtown Development Authority, 3 appointments. Valdosta Housing Authority, 1 appointment. This appointment will be made by the mayor. Valdosta Lowndes County Conference Center and Tourism Authority, 2 appointments. One of these slots is for a City Council employee. Valdosta Housing Board of Adjustment and Appeals, 2 appointments. Valdosta Lowndes County Construction Board of Adjustments and Appeals, 2 appointments. Applicants must have construction experience, and one of the slots must be filled by a general contractor. Appointments will be made at the November 9th City Council meeting. For more information or to download the forms, visit valdostacity.com or contact City Clerk Teresa Bolden at 229-259-3503. Now here's a recap of the August 24th City Council meeting. Council approved the request to close an alley between 601 and 605 Holiday Street. There was first reading of a consideration of a request to amend the loitering ordinance to add parental supervision requirements. Council approved an ordinance to adopt the tax millage rate for the city of Valdosta. Council approved the resolution authorizing the filing of an application with the U.S. Department of Justice to apply for grant funds for improvements to the law enforcement capabilities of the Valdosta Police Department and the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office. Council approved the bid of RPI Underground for a design build for the extension of utilities to 8 annexed islands. Council approved the bid of Standard Contractors for pedestrian improvements for Martin Luther King Jr. Drive between South Lee Street and South Fry Street. The next City Council meetings are September 21st and October 5th at 5:30 in Council Chambers.
The deadline for registering to vote in the November 7, 2017 election is fast approaching. October 10, 2017 is the last day to register and be eligible to vote in this upcoming election. You may check your registration and ballot status by visiting www.mvp.sos.ga.gov. This website will also provide you with your assigned poll location, elected officials, and early voting locations. Early in-person voting will begin on October 16, 2017. City Councils District 2, 4, and 6 will be decided during this election. For more information regarding voting, contact the Lowndes County Board of Elections at 229-671-2850.
The Stormwater Division has a September stormwater tip for citizens. The city street sweeping program removes dirt and debris from streets to provide a healthy, safe, and attractive environment while also protecting water quality. The city sweeps over 3,000 miles of curb street a year, including residential streets. That sweeping keeps approximately 200,000 pounds of debris out of the storm drains. Residents also play an important role in keeping streets clean and safe. Follow these tips to assist street sweeping crews' cleanup efforts. Remove large sticks and branches from the roadway in front of your house. Remove grass and weeds that grow in the gutter. Properly trim trees next to the curb. Keep streets clear of parked cars and trash bins. Dispose of litter properly. Remember, only rain goes down the storm drain. For more information, contact the Stormwater Division at 229-259-3530. In September's Arbor Tip, the Arbor Division would like to highlight the Memorial Tree Program, which honors a number of individuals and organizations by planting trees throughout our great community. Memorial trees can be found all throughout our community. In several cases, parks were built and dedicated to individuals such as Taylor Cowart Memorial Park and Shannon Hill Memorial Park. To learn more about the 93 memorial trees, please visit our Memorial Tree Program website, where you can find an interactive map and read about a brief summary of each memorial tree, and read a brief summary about each memorial tree recipient. For more information, contact the Arbor Division at 229-259-3530. Now let's take a look at what's taking place in the city in the coming weeks. September 19th, Valdosta Lowndes County Development Authority meeting, 5:30 at 103 Roosevelt Drive. September 20th, Hospital Authority of Valdosta and Lowndes County meeting, 8 a.m. at the SGMC Executive Board Room. Goodwill on the Go, 11 a.m. in the City Hall Annex Multipurpose Room. Valdosta Lowndes County Parks and Recreation Authority meeting, 4:30 at 1901 North Forest Street. September 21st, Public Art Advisory Committee, 11:30 at the Turner Center for the Arts. September 21st, Valdosta Youth Council meeting, 4:15 in Council Chambers. Valdosta City Council meeting, 5:30 in Council Chambers. Seeds for Success, the Entrepreneurial Workshop, 5:30 in the City Hall Annex Multipurpose Room. September 23rd, Downtown Valdosta Farm Days behind the historic Lowndes County Courthouse. September 25th, Greater Lowndes Planning Commission meeting, 5:30 at the South Lowndes Health District Administrative Office. September 26th, Lowndes County Board of Health meeting, 7:30 at the Lowndes County Health Department. September 26th, Valdosta Lowndes County Conference Center and Tourism Authority meeting, 8 a.m. at the Conference Center Executive Conference Room. October 2nd, Valdosta Historic Preservation Commission meeting, 5:30 in the City Hall Annex Multipurpose Room. October 3rd, Valdosta Lowndes County Zoning Board of Appeals, 2:30 in the City Hall Annex Multipurpose Room. October 3rd, Valdosta City Council Work Session, 5:30 in Council Chambers. October 5th, Valdosta City Council meeting, 5:30 in Council Chambers. October 6th, First Friday beginning at 6 p.m. in downtown Valdosta. To stay informed of what's happening in the city, sign up for the weekly e-news blast at valdostacity.com/public-information or call Public Information Officer Samantha Matthews at 229-259-3548. Now that Hurricane Irma has passed through South Georgia, city officials want citizens to be reminded of the Valdosta Click and Fix app. The app can be downloaded at iTunes or Google Play. If residents see issues around the city, report those issues so city employees can be notified. This concludes another edition of City Focus. Be sure to visit our website at valdostacity.com. Like us on Facebook, Valdosta City Without Limits. Like our Valdosta Youth Council page also. Follow us on Twitter at City of Valdosta and subscribe to our YouTube channel Metro 17 Valdosta to watch City Focus on demand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on City Focus.